ready to embark on a journey of inspiration and transformation. Whether you're facing challenges, searching for direction, or simply seeking a deeper connection with God, the Bible is full of wisdom that can help guide and uplift you. Today we're going to dive into 5 Bible verses that have the power to change your life. These verses are more than just words on a page. They are promises from God, messages of hope, and sources of strength that can lead you to a more fulfilled and purposeful life. Let's get started. Number 1. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. This verse is one of the most comforting and reassuring promises in the Bible. It tells us that God has a plan for each of our lives. Not just any plan, but a plan to prosper us, to give us hope, and to secure our future. In moments of uncertainty or when life feels out of control, remember this verse. It's easy to get lost in the worries of the day-to-day, but Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us that we are not alone in this journey. God sees the bigger picture, even when we can't. He knows what's best for us, and His plans are always good. This doesn't mean that life will be free of challenges, but it does mean that God will guide us through those challenges. Trust in His plan, even when it's hard to see the path ahead. When you put your faith in God's plan, you can walk with confidence, knowing that your future is secure in His hands. Number 2. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This verse is a powerful reminder of the strength that comes from our relationship with Christ. Life can be overwhelming, and sometimes it feels like the obstacles in front of us are too big to overcome. But Philippians 4:13 tells us that we don't have to rely on our own strength. When we feel weak, Christ is our strength. When we feel inadequate, Christ is our confidence. No matter what you're facing, remember that you are not alone. You have the Creator of the universe on your side, empowering you to do things you never thought possible. Whether you're pursuing a dream, overcoming a personal struggle, or simply trying to make it through the day, know that Christ is with you, giving you the strength you need. This verse is not just about physical strength, but emotional, mental, and spiritual strength as well. With Christ, you can do all things. Number 3. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Trusting God can be one of the most challenging aspects of our faith. We like to be in control, to know what's coming next, to plan our steps. But Proverbs 3:5-6 encourages us to let go of that need for control and instead place our trust fully in God. This doesn't mean we abandon wisdom or stop making plans, but it means we recognize that our understanding is limited. God's understanding, however, is infinite. When we submit our ways to God, we acknowledge that His wisdom is greater than ours. We allow Him to guide our paths, trusting that He knows the best way forward. Life often throws us curveballs, things we didn't see coming, and in those moments it's easy to feel lost. But this verse reminds us that God is never surprised. He is always guiding us, even when the way forward seems unclear. Trust in Him with all your heart, and He will lead you to where you need to be. Number 4. Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. This verse is a beautiful promise of renewal and strength. Life can be exhausting. We all experience times when we feel like we can't take another step, when the weight of the world seems too heavy. But Isaiah 40:31 gives us hope. It tells us that when we put our hope in the Lord, He will renew our strength. Imagine the majesty of an eagle, soaring high above the earth, free and powerful. That's the kind of strength God offers us. It's not a fleeting, temporary boost, but a deep, sustaining power that allows us to keep going, even when we're tired. Whether you're facing physical exhaustion, emotional fatigue, or spiritual weariness, this verse reminds us that God is the source of our strength. When we hope in Him, we can soar above our challenges and find the energy to keep moving forward. Number 5, Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. This verse is a powerful declaration of God's sovereignty and goodness. It tells us that in all things, whether good or bad, joyful or painful, God is at work. He is weaving together the threads of our lives into a beautiful tapestry. Even in our darkest moments, God is there, working for our good. This doesn't mean that everything that happens to us is good. Life is full of trials and suffering, and it's important to acknowledge that. But Romans 8:28 reminds us that God can take even the hardest circumstances and use them for our ultimate good. He has a purpose for your life, and nothing is wasted in His hands. When you face difficulties, remember that God is still in control. He is still working, even when you can't see it. Hold on to this truth and let it give you hope and courage. No matter what happens, God is working for your good. Conclusion: the Bible is full of verses that can inspire, uplift, and transform our lives. The 5 verses we've discussed today: Jeremiah 29:11, Philippians 4:13, Proverbs 3:5-6, Isaiah 40:31, and Romans 8:28 are powerful reminders of God's love, strength, and purpose for us. Each of these verses offers something different, a reminder of God's plans for our future, the strength we have in Christ, the importance of trusting in God's wisdom, the promise of renewed strength, and the assurance that God is working for our good. I encourage you to meditate on these verses. Let them sink deep into your heart and allow them to shape your perspective. Life is full of ups and downs, but with these promises from God, we can face whatever comes our way with confidence, hope, and joy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope these verses have inspired and motivated you to live your life with greater faith and trust in God. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.